monetizing your show and getting your show more views and listeners than ever before. So, how do you go about doing that? Because a lot of times you can't really do that because it's hard. It's hard, especially at first. Yes, I vape now because I don't want to smoke cigarettes and I want to be able to exercise with no issues. But I will go into that later on. So is it hard to create a website? Well, in this podcast, I'm going to go a little bit into creating a website and what you can do to make it easier on yourself doing it. When I first got into it, it was difficult. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Just a lot of setbacks in the beginning, but now I feel a lot more comfortable developing and just creating a website either through WordPress or through GoDaddy or whatever. I know a little bit more about HTML and JavaScript than I did when I was younger. I first actually got into it when I was in middle school. I believe I was in 7th grade. I took a mediocre computer class that taught me a little bit about JavaScript and about developing video games. Well, I wouldn't really say it was a mediocre class because I did learn a lot, but I never really used the skills until pretty much now, which is really awesome too because now I'm able to pull what I learned from many years ago and use them now. So I'm just gonna teach you small steps, ways to monetize, and simple hosting platforms that will get you started. Because I know a lot of things will set you back, and there's a lot of platforms out there can make it extremely hard to develop a website. So let's start off with you got your idea ready to go. You have plans to create a website, but you don't know what to do. How the hell do you create a website? What's the first step? Well, your first step is to create content. You need content. That goes back to putting together ideas, like brainstorming, grabbing a sheet of paper, and just webbing out your ideas. And once you have your ideas webbed out, do you want to create a Facebook page? Do you want to create a video game? Do you want to perhaps create a gaming website, perhaps, for retro games? I know I had a few websites where I put up a bunch of old retro gaming games like Diablo, Super Mario, and I think Star Fox I had up there as well, but I'm not entirely sure. It was last year, and I don't really remember the full details of every website I created, but I remember how to create a website, and this is what I'm going to go into. You can use WordPress. WordPress, I would say, is a little bit more difficult for newbies. if you don't know what you're doing, you won't figure it out. So don't go with WordPress. Don't even start out with HTML. Don't even fuck with that shit yet, because you'll get so irritated trying to figure that out. You won't like it. So your first step would be to find a platform to use. I tend to use GoDaddy because it's pretty quick, it's pretty simple, and it's pretty straightforward. I could use WordPress, but I don't have the computer to do it. I don't have the technology at the moment to do it. I took down my gaming computer recently, and I don't want to rebuild it at the moment. I will eventually, and when I do, I'll probably switch to WordPress, but for beginners, start out with GoDaddy, see what it is, just look at it, get a glimpse, sign up, and plus you get a free month trial too, so I mean, can't go wrong with that. So now that you decided on your platform, you got your idea, you got some content too. Perhaps you want to put up some drawings, or perhaps you want to put up a store, an online store. Perhaps you have an actual business of your own and a storefront. Perhaps you just want to help market that and bring people in. Well, like I said, GoDaddy would be the best simple platform to start with. You signed up, you're ready to go, you don't have to create a Facebook page right away. The only thing that you mainly have to do is just edit your website and just upload the content, pretty much. That's all you have to do. But if you want to get more sophisticated, you can add shit through HTML, and that goes to people that like video games, retro games. Perhaps you want to create an affiliated website. Well, you can use the HTML. You go on, let's say, eBay or Amazon. I think Amazon does one. It's called Amazon Associates. And through there, I still use them, because I use them for my websites whenever I want to help put ads up on my site, or monetize my site. Pick like the highest moving products, like PlayStations, or perhaps even food too. You can even sell. Well, you won't be the one selling the stuff. You're basically just clicking links, or you're putting links on your site, and when people go to your site, they will click those links and decide if they want to buy it or not. And then when they do buy it, you get a little commission from it. I know some products, they offer pretty high commissions. I know you add on like try Amazon Fresh, perhaps, or certain Amazon products that you can have people try, and you promote it on your website and they click it. You can get pretty high commissions, like $3, $4, $5. And if you got a lot of traffic on your website and you got a lot of people coming in and out of your store, and you're recommending your site, you can make a lot of money just by referring people to your site, for fuck's sake. Now, when you do get into HTML, it's a little bit more complicated, because there's a lot of embedding and a lot of feeds that you gotta put in, unless you're just taking from other people's content that's free, or perhaps you already have content up online somewhere. Like I use Spreaker for my podcasting. It's easy to embed a code and just upload it on your website through HTML. So, well, like I said, this was just going to be a short little podcast, but I ended up going a little bit further in, because I like talking about developing shit. I like putting together stuff. I like doing stuff like this, but it's hard for me to communicate this type of stuff, because what goes on through my fingers and what I think is a lot different than what I'm able to pitch to people and what I say to people. So I have a mind of an entrepreneur and so forth. So again, thank you for listening. Have a great morning and have a great day.